So can you like maybe share with us a bit the process of writing your novel? Like how long did you write it in 1 year?
Less. Well, it's a short novel, and here I have both. So this is the Italian version, and you can
Mhm.
see it's not a thick novel at all. And this is the Dutch version that just came out now, for a different publisher in the Netherlands, and same 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 thing. So it's not like a thick volume, and it took me, I would say, 3 months to write the first draft, and another 3-4 months. Uh, yeah, 4 months, five tops, and then I had to deliver it, to edit, to go over it over and over. I can tell you, I knew it by heart, word by word. So I've always found that this is the case. I think many writers will tell you this. Um, it takes so much time to write the first draft,
Mhm.
and 3 times that time to edit. Then,
Yep, I've heard the same thing
so
as well. Like writing it is not too long, but editing it is like the difficult part, isn't it?
very difficult. Also, because as long as you write, it sort of, yes, comes out of you. But then when you edit, it's a matter of style. It's not always a matter of, here's a mistake, yes or no. It's like, do I want to change that word? And you're in a dilemma. You don't know what to do, because there's no right or wrong answer most of the time. Sometimes you just let it be, come back the next day, and you have a different idea. So a very important lesson from when you do editing is to know when to stop, because it comes a point when you start making it worse, right?
Ah, right. You overdo it.
You overdo it. Having deadlines is always a good thing. That was very true also for my PhD dissertation, because you work on it. It's like you're a baby. It's like giving birth to a PhD dissertation, and you keep working on it and tweaking and tweaking. And at some point, there's the deadline. And what you hand in is always an imperfect manuscript. But that's how it's supposed to be. Not because, who cares? Nobody's going to read it, which is also true, but because it's very important to come to a close, to close a work, because I went on after I defended my PhD, then I was a postdoc, and you keep working on those things. It's not that, maybe in the case of a novel, it's done, it's printed, finished. But especially in the case of a PhD thesis, you will keep working on those things. So just, you know, I guess it's something that comes with age and doing exams and going through milestones in your life over and over and over. Then you start taking things a bit easier, because you say, none of this is the end of the world. None of this is written in stone. You know, it's important. After all, don't they say, like, perfection is the enemy of doing, right?
Yeah.
So is this novel perfect? Of course not. But it's good enough so that I'm proud to say, yeah, there's my name on this. And I know other authors, famous authors, when you read their biographies or so, that even after a novel or poetry, especially, was printed, they kept reworking all their lives. And that must be such a torment. Imagine that. So when the editing was done, even if now when I read it, there may be something that I don't like, I pretend it's not my book, it's someone else's, and I cannot change it. Otherwise, I would constantly be obsessed with, oh my God, I don't know. It's printed, it's over.
So maybe you can tell us a little bit more about your novel.
Sure. The novel is called In the Heart of Tuscia. And Tuscia is the name of the region where I live right now in Italy. Um, and it's inspired from my own personal experiences. My writing style has always been better when I write in first person. So the main character is a young woman who moves to this land here and meets someone who kind of drags her out of her shell, because she was very, you know, withdrawn. But it's not just a process of getting to know the man and getting to trust the man. Why I like this book, and I don't call it a romance, it's the point is not that there's a man and a woman and they know each other and there's something between them. The point is that through meeting this man, it's as if she learns to open up to life itself. She expands her world, and she learns to trust life via this man, that takes her by the hand almost, to visit different places in this land. Every chapter is called like a different place around here. Um, yeah, you don't know much about Tuscia, how big it is. It's north of Rome and south of Tuscany. It's not very huge. Let's say 2 hours drive, you drive. It's almost round. And in 2 hours, you can drive everywhere within, let's say, 2 hours. It's beautiful, lots of history, archaeology, lots of culture. And so the novel is this itinerary, let's say it's a travel book where they go and visit places that he knows because he's lived here all his life, but she sees for the first time. So there is this sense of marvel and discovery. And at the same time, there is this relationship between them, where we always hear and see her voice and emotions and growth. In fact, there's a tattoo involved, and at the end, without giving any spoiler, there is, let's put it this way, because it's a value that's close to my heart. That's why I say gratitude is a very important sentiment that she has. So let's say, when something ends, even if it's not over yet, but like, everything in life oscillates, goes up and down. If you're wise, which at the end of the day, I think the protagonist here is, instead of, or actually, besides being sad, because you cannot help being sad when something ends, that's normal, but you are also grateful because you realize that you are enriched, that you have been changed, that you have lived something great, nice memories. And so instead of being just sad or angry or resentful or having a sense of failure, despair, purposelessness because yet another cycle in life came to an end, you actually feel gratitude. And this is the, if you want, do you think, the thing that triumphs at the end of the book.